يا حبيبي تعال الحقني شوف اللي جرالي من بعدك سهرانة من وقت بناجي خيالك من قدك وانا كاتمة غرامي وغرامي هلكني ولا عندي لا أب ولا أم ولا عم أشكيله نار حبك روحي وقلبي وجسمي وعقلي وجمالي في يدك
Nothing in the country was working properly at the beginning. Now nothing is working at all. Transportation is horrible. You can't move from one side of the city to another without having to spend 2 to 3 hours of your life in one-way traffic. The problem is the Muslim Brotherhood. They're not used to actually doing anything. The Egyptian people are all going to demonstrate against the Muslim Brotherhood because nothing they have asked for in the revolution has been answered, and it's not a matter of choice. They are leaving.
What we're trying to get him doesn't want the revolution to be spreading. Looking through my rear view, past the present to the future, where the ending is beginning.
We did already a bunch of songs. This is part 3 of a song called Makshufeen, which means you're exposed. Yeah, I haven't recorded it yet, but it's gonna be recorded sometime today, and hopefully the mix is gonna be finished and uploaded today. It's meant to basically rally people to, first of all, not be scared. Second of all, remind them of what we actually revolted for in the first place. Come in, come on. Yeah, the barber has been closed down, so because of the revolution and everything, so I can't really show my hair anymore. It's too big.
The electricity is always cut. No one knows why. Muslim Brotherhood period. Before the revolution, we were like zombies. We were like dead people. But now we have dreams. We will do our rehearsal today here. One, no one knows anything happened in Egypt now. The revolution, it changed the people, but not changed the systems yet. So our second revolution in 30th June will be against the system also, and against the government, against the Muslim Brotherhood, especially Muslim Brotherhood. All my songs these days against Muslim Brotherhood, for sure. Yeah, I hope we can get rid from them.
Wow, hang on.
Yes! Electricity come. So some people are worried about what will happen in 30th June, but we are always in clashes with the system, with the police or the army. And I'm sure that all the people and all the real protesters in 30th June will not be afraid.
Music definitely has a very strong role to play in voicing the average Egyptian's thoughts. This is Cairo Jazz Club. Come on in. Art is expression, and expression is what we need right now. That's why you've seen a lot of bands emerging onto the independent music scene after the revolution. And not all of these bands are necessarily political. These musicians really capture the thoughts of the average Egyptian, what frustrates them in life, the struggles that they go through on a day-to-day basis. So it's clear that we don't need a physical revolution of, protests, clashes, bloodshed. We need a mental revolution. There has to be a thought revolution. Millions of people are frustrated, and millions of people want to see a change on Sunday the 30th. People are not scared to die anymore.
I'm Ali, one of the supporters from Mohamed Morsi. The reason why I'm supporting him, because I see in him a better future for Egypt. He will give us the first step to learn what is democracy. And now you are trying to force him to move down, to step down. That's not democracy. That's not the freedom I want. Most of the artists are insulting us, but nothing is going against you. Give me one name of one artist who jailed for singing. I don't know.
I arrested before, in 9th March 2011. They tortured me worse more than the others because of my songs. They hit me with wooden sticks and metal sticks. And some officers jumped on my back and on my head. And after 4 hours, they put me in a taxi and let me go away.
The revolution was the hope for us, solutions, and build Egypt. But there's people who don't give us a chance to do. Tomorrow is the day the whole Egypt is scared about. We don't want Egyptian blood on the streets.
Tick-tock, 8 o'clock, they ain't at the spot. Po-po just passed me the
This is the lab, we call it, or the spaceship, because people come here and their vocals leave to the rest of the world. There has been people from Wu-Tang in this room. Prodigal Son has come here before. It's a very small room, but here's the mic, here's a computer, and of course the knowledge. You can't do music without having background knowledge about different things. What I'm working on now is basically Makshufeen 3, or Exposed Part 3, which is the third song that exposes the Muslim Brotherhood for their truth and their mistakes. So the most important thing is it has to come out before June 30th, because that's when the second revolution starts. And we want to make sure that it gets heard before that.
كل حاجة غلتوها إلا تمن الدم المصري كل فعل منكو دين حتردوا للدعم المصري مصر تاني السور على طيور الظلام الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام.
Internet is huge. YouTube, Facebook is the major one. The use of Twitter in Egypt has boomed. A big part of the struggle has to come from the internet. So I don't sleep over during the demonstrations. I stay as long as I can. And when it's calm, we just go back to do our own online hustling, rallying to the people, because what we do is very important. We're doing all the tags over in Arabic and then English to make sure that if somebody does not read English, he still can get it. This is how you spell rap in Arabic.
We made a sit-in for about 1 month now. The sit-in is against the new Minister of Culture. He is from Muslim Brotherhood.
زمن للمستقبل الحرية جاية لابد ليبرتا كانت مكتوبة.
Morsi said that we are thugs. I'm not surprised because Mubarak said that, the army said that, and Morsi said that. All the Egyptians will be in 30th June. All Egypt are thugs.
What you see right here is the graffiti as a memorial for everybody who fell
all the martyrs between the fall of Mubarak and right now. And as you can see, there were little kids as well. They tried to remove this memorial when Morsi first became a president, but the graffiti artists came back and drew more. The memorials are all the way to Tahrir Square. And as you can see, most of the faces are smiling, but they got bullet holes in their heads. The rubber bullets they had, they were aiming at the eyes, and some people got both their eyes shot out. The red card, it's your time to leave.
Here's the campaign meeting room. Okay, you can enter here. We collect signatures because we want to change the president.
بعد كده نزلت معاهم في الشارع، بدأت ألم توقعات من الناس. يعني عصر مبارك كان جهل تعليمي، لكن كمان احنا رايحين لجهل ديني، لأن هو فكره رايح لكده، رايح إن الست ليس لها دور في المجتمع. كل كلامهم إن هي جوهرة مكنونة توضع في المنزل فالحملة دي عبارة عن صوت الشباب، صوت الشباب. ويا رب إن شاء الله مصر يحكمها الشباب عشان هم هيبقوا أكتر رؤية للدول المتقدمة.
The biggest protest is going to be this month on 30 in front of Tahadea Palace. I'm so worried about this day. I think there's gotta be some violence. I think we gotta be fighting the Muslims' brother.
That's Tagarut campaign. It's like anti-tamarrud. The people here is giving the signatures to say that we are still with Mohamed Morsi. We still want him to stay as our president. And you can see now by yourself. If you got the camera other way, show them the number of people.
Why don't you go to parliament election with your number of people, 20 million, by using the constitution Mohamed Morsi made? So why don't you use it?
Now we are heading to Tahrir Square. The protest is about today to support the Reaper campaign. Today it's a small protest, but on 30, all the Egyptians is gonna be on the streets.
حاسه ان احنا ان شاء الله هنبقى اقوى من الاول مليون مره، لان كل الشعب المصري دلوقتي بقى ايد واحده.
There is the people who signatures of paper. It's our campaign paper. It's our campaign document. Reaper.
We're here at Epic Studio the night before the big revolution, and so far we have over 22 million votes for the rebel campaign to overthrow the current government.
I personally think that things are going to escalate after tomorrow. I really don't see it happening peacefully. If this campaign succeeds in overthrowing a democratically elected president, it will be quite bad for Egypt's political future.
The government is inefficient. I think that's what's frustrating people the most.
Isn't the current state of affairs a product of 30 years of inefficient government? And I think people expecting things to change in 1 year is just really, really far-fetched. I mean,
there's nothing that he showed us that we can trust this guy, that we can trust this system. That's why we have to go around the system, because if the system is corrupt, there's no use. It's futile.
دي هتكون القضية تماما للإخوان تماما. لا سلمية مع الإخوان، هم مش هيخلوها سلمية. فيعني الأحداث معاهم ما بتثبتش إن في أي حاجة سلمية خالص. خلي بالك. صح يا عم. ارجع ورا، ارجع ورا. لما تكون شغال بذمة خايف على مصلحة الأمة شغلك يطلع من غير لازمة علشان ما
But I think that as rational and fair citizens, we should go to the streets and make a list of proper and rational demands rather than say, oh, the president, I don't like him, let's just get rid of him.
I think it's bigger than that. This ideology that they're trying to enforce onto people, and I think this is the scary part.
So just because you disagree with their ideology, you want to overthrow them?
You have to break down the foundation to start over.
People will actually get what they want if they do it through legal measures.
The two main elements at play here is evolving versus adapting. And to sit there and bide our time and hope for something better, that's just adapting. And what we need to do is evolve.
بصوا انا بس يعني انا ممكن I'm very angry because I heard some protesters in the square. I heard them shouting the army and the people in one hand. And I hate this slogan. I hate it.
I think tomorrow is gonna be a big day. Tomorrow is gonna be a big day. And after tomorrow, God knows. I will go home for a couple of hours. I'm gonna sleep for a couple of hours early, but I'm gonna be here early.
There are 3 vehicles moving towards one element of Cairo right now.
In traffic, they're about 20 minutes apart. And over the past 24 hours, there have been some clashes between supporters and opponents of President Morsi, and at least 23 people killed. But we should point out, overwhelmingly, these demonstrations for and against President Morsi have been peaceful.
Here is the food. Here is a plate that we are gonna give it to the protesting people right now. I think it's gonna be a big day today. Here is the palace. Now we are going to the stage.
We've marched to the president's palace right now, and we have millions and millions of Egyptians that have come together to make a change and hopefully bring down the corrupt system and opt for a new one.
As we see, it's not the same as media show. As you see, there is like millions of people in your background think the same as us. Not all of Egypt want him to leave, as Samar would say. The election got him here and he must finish his time.
We're doing it today because it's the 1-year anniversary since Morsi came to power, and it's been 1 year of inefficiency, 1 year of oppression, and 1 year of absolutely no positive results for Egypt. It's always celebrated when the people come together. However, this time around, it feels like it's a bit darker. The factor that's going to determine the success of this revolution is the army. You know, the Muslim Brotherhood have been around. Where you been, man?
Touring and revolting. But this time it's on. These people here are willingly here. At least minimum 4 to 5 million people coming in and out this area only, not to count Tahrir Square, not to count the other squares in Cairo, not to count the other squares in the other cities. The other people, the 300,000 who are protesting for Morsi, they're paid. Usually when the numbers here are reduced, they come and attack with their militias. So we want to make sure the place is always full of people.
We love Egypt, we love President Morsi very much. We love Islam, we love Egyptian people.
We are not sheep, we are not khirfan. We need a lion to be a president, not a sheep. There's no internet here, no reception of anything. Hopefully music is gonna be back soon. The song got released yesterday and it's doing pretty good. But you know, the views are gonna increase more and more the more people have time to go back home and check the internet. This means that it's successful, and this means it's the beginning of the end. We know already this guy's gonna leave. We know it. How can he actually run a country when everybody in the country is against him?
We're here in front of the Presidential Guard, and we're all waiting for the big announcement by the military. Feels like we're at the brink of something big. These gentlemen that I've just spoken to have pretty much said that Morsi is trapped in a room there and they think he's going to resign. He doesn't have a choice. Everyone has so much confidence and they feel like pretty much the military has their back. Hopefully it just doesn't turn ugly. Today we get to see if we've really reached that point where we've become a democratic nation. Where are they gonna announce it?
Television. Like last time.
The military is everywhere. I think today is either going to be the celebration or the massive clashes. And so if the SCAF is smart, they probably arrested these guys already. The leaders of the Muslim Brotherhood, because without them, the Muslim Brotherhood is not working. They're a bunch of sheep. It will establish unity and stability without excluding anybody from society. They will plan a new constitution that everybody's going to have to be agreeing on. They're going to have to stop making new laws for the parliament. They're going to carry out new laws that will force all the institutions to add youth into them. Our generation will be in charge. That means he's gone. Get my bag, it's a celebration. It's a celebration. Mabruk! Twice, 2 presidents in 3 years, man.
Egypt gone wild, baby. Egypt gone wild. كل حاجة غلتوها إلا تمن الدم المصري، كل فعل من جدين حتى رجول الدعم المصري، مصر تاني تصور على طيور الظلام، الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. I need a moment alone to think about what happened. Destructive destruction, destroying my district, Antichrist is running and spitting evil wisdom. We are against radical Islam here, and we're not gonna allow it. We did not allow it, and you should not allow it either. Wanna draw your own opinion about the bombs we face? What's your opinion? If you're slave, then your mom is raped. It's too easy to speak when you're far from the heat. To the White House, I agree, fingers some arms to the teeth with a mic, a pen and a pad. Now here's your evidence: weapons of mass destruction, Mr. President.
We have the all respect for the army opinion, and as we respect them, I don't think we're gonna do anything.
ما انكرش ان انا كنت فرحان ان مرسي او الاخوان سقطوا من على الحكم، ولكن في نفس الوقت كنت حزين جدا ان الشعب فرحان بالعسكر وشايفهم ابطال.
I'm pro the army now. I wasn't pro the army before.
وده اللي خلاني ما غنيش هناك في الاتحادية او ما اشتركش في الاحداث اللي كانت موجودة.
I haven't been participating in anything that's going on right now because I didn't want anyone's blood on my hands.
There are democratic ways to impeach a president, not by asking the military to intervene and create a situation that's even worse. في قانون طوارئ مفروض علينا في حظر وبيتعاملوا فيه بعنف يعني مبالغ فيه.
A lot of uncertainty with what's going to happen because the Muslim Brotherhood are not letting go. They have threatened from before the elections that they were going to use violence to actually stay in power.
عادي أنا واقف حماية عادي في المداخل بس تحسبا لأي مثلا بلطجية بتاعتي. لا معانا سلاح ولا معانا، هو كل اللي معانا كل حاجة بتصورها أديك شايف كلها دفاع عن النفس تحسبا لأي هجوم من الشرطة أو الجيش.
This is how it was set up and this is how it's done. Create a common enemy. People now have this illusion that they need the military for their own safety because the Muslim Brotherhood are out on the streets and they're going to kill you.
Morsi is the president. We will be remaining here until Allah, the Creator, supported us. We will not going to leave. If we die, we will not going to leave.
احنا وفي الركعة الثانية في صلاة الفجر كده عند الركوع بدأت الناس تخبط على العواميد معناها ان في حاجة خطر.
ففوجئنا ان الجيش كمان بيضرب، يعني احنا كنا متعودين دايما ان الشرطة هي اللي بتضرب بس يعني.
من الساعة 6 للساعة 8 تضاعف عدد الشهداء والقتلى إلى 124 شهيد. أنا فاكر كويس جدا إن المسجد بقى مستشفى.
The square was being shot at continuously for 9 hours, and they went in and just took everyone out.
We got more than 200 who died here, peaceful protesters who are having a sit-in. 4,000 people were shot down in less than 3 hours. Over 1,200 of them died with bullets, direct bullets in the head, in the heart. People are dying because we are supporting the military coup.
This is not acceptable. This is not human. Everyone has a right to have a peaceful demonstration. This is not democracy. I have lost every faith in democracy.
I actually fear that Egypt is becoming a country that I, as a person, would not want to live in.
غلطنا في الأول وقلنا الحمد لله إن الثورة من غير قائد. وهي دي اللي اكتشفنا إن دي أكبر مشكلة إحنا وقعنا فيها. إن إحنا فعلاً محتاجين قائد يقود الثورة دي في يوم من الأيام. وهو لو ما ظهرش أنا هحاول أبذل كل جهدي إن أنا لو كنت صالح في يوم من الأيام وكنت قد المسؤولية دي وقادر إن أنا أقود حركة ثورية في الشارع أنا هبذل كل جهدي وإن أنا أحاول أعمل حاجة زي دي.
I hope that the future is going to go fine. We've been through a lot of bloodshed in the past 3 to 4 years, and we deserve a good ending. We deserve a happy ending after all of this, so we hope for one.